Alright. Hello and welcome back to the Bobble Place Choo Choo Tuesday Railroad Tycoon 2 Platinum. Looking at custom maps, the scenarios we have left are Colorado and Ottomans. I think. So let's have a look at Ottoman. It's the end of the 19th century, and the once powerful Ottoman Empire is in its last gasps. The Sultan calls upon you to modernize the old empire with a new rail system. This is a poor land, and the job will be tough. Are you up to the task? For bronze, have a personal net worth of 8 million. For silver, 12. And for gold, 20. Within 30 years. And what can we be? New Dolsky Rail? New Dolsky hails from around these parts. Yeah, the zigzag thing. And let's look at where we'd want to actually connect and where we start with access to. We start with access to the Ottomans. British Arabia is feasible. Egypt is feasible. Persia is feasible. Russia is feasible. Greece says absolutely not. You will not connect to us. Not for $1 million. $5.5 here. $5 in Cairo. Oh. Okay, it's just that we don't have access. So what do we do for our first connections? Salonika, Constantinople looks kind of okay. That looks really good. It's a perfect straight line. The only thing that's not quite so nice is that this would have an extra house. But it would also be further away. Like, this is further away than this. And distance pricing matters. What do the ports do? Iron to steel and coal to steel. So they're pseudo steel mills. And their passengers. Which actually means this is effectively 2 extra houses. Yeah, Salonika wins. No question in my mind, Salonika wins. That's a lot of our starting money. You might have to do it the cheesy way. Seven. Gonna need to take a loan. I mean, make the company earn a lot of money and buy back those stocks, Pendor King. Artificially inflate my own value by funneling company money into personal money by buying the stocks up. Yeah, thank you, Starbucks. So one on this end. We need one on the other end. We wouldn't mind grabbing that, because both ends can accept the coal. Put it on top of the hill rather than at the bottom. That way it's definitely downhill this way and it's not uphill this way. What trains do we start with access to? I don't really like the Iron Dukes compared to the consolidations. The fuel cost alone is enough to turn me off, let alone the reliability difference, below average as opposed to good. We've got a little efficiency Vulcans as well. So I want at least 2 of these. One going in each direction. I would like saloon. Saloon. And I'd like large restaurants, but I don't think we can afford it, and that I'd be better off double tracking. With the last, or some of the last of our money. That looks pretty good. There's no way they should run over the top of each other now. Which means we can afford one restaurant. But not yet the other. Go. Now, if it turns out that 2 of these is too much, we can retire one to become the coal mine. The coal mine server. The preference should be coal to here, to steel to here, to goods to back to Constantinople. I should go turn down the dividends, because I always forget to do that. Don't want to be pissing away my money, company money, into the ether. They successfully overtake each other. No issues. The Constantinople cannonball sounds kind of cool. Slow down. You need water and sand. Absolutely. And then at the other end, the same. This guy's got nothing to do. So you know what? Go become the coal thing. Very elaborate, but it works. Finish double tracking. Done. It would be nice if they included regional style buildings. As in buildings that change look depending on where you are. The stations do that. So if you're in Japan, you get... Well, if you're in Asia, you get the Asia buildings. The Mexican buildings. The English buildings. The other kind of English buildings. The American buildings. I'm willing to start stockpiling the wool as well. You want a 16-bit installer? New building is available. Liquid storage. Not overly interested. There's more than one English style? There is. There's Tudor and Victorian English styles. So older and slightly newer. One, two. Oi, you were told to wait there for these. Grr. I need to unlock this. It's downhill. We tell ourselves it's all okay because it's downhill. We don't care about the 6 and 6. It's downhill. Hail, hailstorm. And you know what? We can afford to start up this one. So goods to here. To Constantinople? No, other way around. I want the final thing to be Salonika. In the future, you need a customs house. Okay. You can have a large hotel now. Post office. Post office. Not that we ever expect to not pick up the post in time. It's a very small loop, that. Now we need a maintenance bay, so we're running out of maintenance. The most sensible one to add the maintenance bay would be here, because everyone visits this one, but not everyone visits Constantinople. You, friend, are low priority at the moment. Goods. Now you can be normal priority again. Hotel, roundhouse done. Okay, are there better people? For example, Fuel Man. Train Speed Man is pretty good. He's not Fuel Man, but he's a reasonable third place to Fuel Man and Fuel Man. This end needs a customs house as well, seemingly. Okay. This loop is about perfect. So is this loop. And you're serving our passenger needs pretty well. Perfect. Pay off the bad loan. And then think about where will we expand next. Double check that we're allowed to build disconnected. We are. So like here, here. Here, here. Tabuk isn't big enough. Mecca is just barely big enough. Unfortunately, we would require multiple zigzags. Yeah, doing all these little ones first, I think, makes sense from a station revenue perspective. Not from a distance pricing perspective. Did something go wrong with you? Start there, take the coal to there to become steel, take the steel to become here to become goods, and bring it back. Yeah, that's fine. So many milk processors here. Is there any milk? No. The milk is the other side of the straits. There's probably a case to be made for buying these things up, as we will be fully using them. And this. owning the whole vertical production chain. Yes, it made good money. Yes, it made good money. Yes, it made good money. Should probably do this thing. And I'm not going to try and do those because I can't tell which one's going to be the profitable one. Check if even cheaper fuel man is available. No. Although you are somewhat better than this guy. So okay. Come on, there should be an extra bit of mail by now. End of this year, we'll see if they're happy to give us more sensible loans. Hopefully, yes. But either way, it's going to be time to expand come the new year. Woo. Yeah, they gave us slightly cheaper loans. Okay. Does this still accept iron? Absolutely not. Okay, we got one. And if we double the track between you and here, we can make 2 overlapping ones that go extra distance. And I should put that there. To put as much space between them as possible. Unfortunately, Damascus needs a turn. But we can... Well, does it? I could put Damascus there. And then any turns could come after. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this one to here and this one to here. Rather than short, short, that gives us medium, medium in terms of length. Everyone deserves a saloon. This one can have all the kinds of maintenance. It should be able to get here, here, and back, as long as it's getting maintenance in the middle, and you should be able to get there, there, back, without issue. And the only weird thing is that we could have that be doubled and go cotton here, delivered at both of these. Which then means that it is worth doubling all this. Giving them alcohol? I don't think there is alcohol production. Yeah, alcohol is not a good on this map, Seahawk. That'll do. And then we want... what was it? The cotton one. So wait for 2 cotton. Turn it into 2 goods. Deliver it there. Wait for 2 cotton. Turn it into 2 goods. Deliver it there. Wait for 2 cotton. Turn it into 2 goods. Return to where you came from. We would like to add in food. Is there milk anywhere sane? Yes, milk here could come to here and then deliver food to everywhere. So that's probably the next expansion. Can we buy access to unnamed, or is unnamed disallowed? Unnamed is not allowed. The farms in the Arabian desert are inaccessible. Fair enough. Ding, ding, ding in Damascus. I guess we just set you to go all the time, rather than the wait. Finally, that has some mail to deliver. Get you your restaurant. Post office. See if we can get everywhere there. Post office and restaurant. Pretty much. Beautiful. Then we want hotel, 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 hotel. Yeah, we want that food. Actually, the food is more important than the hotels. And how do we manage this? 2 milk to food to here, 2 milk to food to here, 2 milk to food to here. Okay. And the last one is wool from here to here to goods to deliver to that, because otherwise this location isn't getting served by goods. It's a very simple loop. And it means that we would like to give these double track, but it can wait. One sec. Nope, that's fake news. So hotel for you. Hotel for you. Speed up one. Income has definitely gone up. Last hotel. So now these are generating maximal passenger revenue. Udulski Rail splits 2 for 1. And we're in a position to double this track. Actually, probably one more. Okay, where do we expand after that? Like, this was a beautiful, nice little self-contained ecosystem. Passengers, goods everywhere, food everywhere. Well, food everywhere except Aleppo. Robbed by Kurdish tribesmen. The famous Kurdish tribesmen between Constantinople and Adrianople. Now that probably means we should buy you. And then both of these and these two. And apparently this end does need a water. We'll go water sanding. I really would have thought that... And you might need a water. Sanding. Go. Actually, that means this one needs a roundhouse. Because otherwise the one that's doing the loop here, here, here won't get maintained. Woo, I want to buy this one, and then ideally that one. Yep, it earned good money. So did this. So will you. So will this. And we need that one as well. Perfect. Now we own this whole vertical structure. Cows to food. Sheep to, or sheep's wool to goods. Cotton to goods. Pay off our debt. See if cheaper fuel man is around. Alas, no. Station and passenger revenue 5% might actually be worth it. Let's have a look. No, freight earns us about as much as our passengers, so no. Close enough. Close enough. Probably need about $1 million for the next little expansion. But where do we do? Do any of these want oil? No. Baghdad is pretty big. And we can reach up over here. So this to here. Especially because this eats goods. There's enough goods production in the middle. I like... Yep. It's going to need to have... It's going to need to have one turn, sadly. Possibly two. Two is a bit uglier, but we will manage to live. We hold 50 loads, and he gives us a 100k bonus. All in all, that's only earning us like 100k a year. Where's the economy at? The economy is at expensive loans. Yuck. I think I'll wait this year then. Save up the the company money to do the expansion without loans. They've all earned net money, paid for themselves about 4 times over. In addition, they're keeping those industries profitable. Widespread unrest encourages bandits. Increase in robberies. Worries travellers, passengers, and station revenue drops. In terrible news for us. His profits are rather down. Wait for that to deliver. And that to deliver, and then we'll look at doing that expansion. Close enough. Okay. How much did we get from our 50% fewer robberies? They've only robbed like one mail train so far. I can live. Yeah, industry profits are actually pretty significant. But anyway, Baghdad Basra. That's as good as that's gonna get. But the lover letters? So this has got 1, 2, 3, 3.5 sets of houses, 4 if you include this. That's as good as that's getting. Double check that if we really need it to in the future, it can go like that. Okay. Here and here. Oh, the love, as in they're stealing the love letter mail. Okay. That took me a while to understand. This and this. Now, are you big enough that you want oil? Absolutely not. These are somewhat faster, but I don't like the change to below average reliability. It's like 1/5 faster for a lot extra explodey. We go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, there. Although, maybe we say that heavier load is worth it for that. And you can be... Alt. You need everything. Roundhouse, hotel, water sanding, post office, saloon, restaurant. This side needs everything, including a customs house. Good. And the new policy is you're the express back and forth, and maybe, just maybe because of how heavy the wool is, 35 rather than 15, we say it is worth getting the chonker trains. Or we could just use 2 of these. You know what, we'll just use 2 of those. So, wool, goods there, loop. Wool, goods, there, loop. Done. So 1 express back and forth. Goods here, deliver it to the port. Goods here, deliver it to the port. Both of these... No, we're far enough in the time that cities no longer eat fruit. The people are no longer health food addicts. No fruit for the people. That's fine. The milk isn't there to pick up yet, so you having a breakdown isn't an issue. $70 versus about 70, so that's about the right ratio. Slow down. You. Double mail. This one. Double mail. Go back to single mail pickup from now on. Go back to single mail pickup from now on. The wool car's getting in your way, and that's actually kind of bad because of this hill. Okay, there's not actually that much hill. I mean, he's got to pull these bits up the bottom bit of that hill, but he's already at the top of the hill. We shouldn't have too much trouble. Dial you back a bit. Now you can be full speed again. And it looks like Constantinople could use a roundhouse. Woo. Good enough. Future that. Lovely. And these cycles look like they're going to meet the rate of production pretty well. Check if Cheaper Fuel Man is here now. He is not. Stick with what we've got. And then what expansion should we do next? Tripoli's kind of garbage. Khartoum isn't terrible. So British Africa and Egypt. We could connect Cairo to Khartoum. Done. Surprised by how little money this is, in theory, earned. That's fine. The other guy's behind you by like a whole cycle. Your breakdown shouldn't get in the way of things, and you were ahead of your coal pickup. And then we should buy you, and this, and probably the port. I'm not allowed to because it's in Persia. Fair enough. Just means we have to buy all of Persia. Might be a little bit more expensive than a port, but it might not be either. How much does Persia cost? Yeah, Persia actually costs less than the port. No joke. Persia costs less than the port. And this could actually connect to some nice stuff. It's pretty big. It's unfortunately lumpy across to Tehran. But, like, we can get Tehran and most of Qom. And conceivably connect that to Tabrizi. And the... Oh god, that's so many things. The produce could come from there to this produce thing. The grain could come from here to this wool. We'd have to create a little fake connection of wool to that cotton. Or wool to that cotton. Oh, sorry, cotton processing. But then that could work as well. Or do we do our Cairo Khartoum? I mean, I've already bought these rights, so I should do this one first. I should do this one first. Salonika has apparently nothing. Maybe next time. They say they're losing money, but that's a lie. Come the end of the year, I bet they're making money. Close enough. Close enough. Ooh, that's not so great. You might not get here before he runs up your backside. Lower power. Now you can have full power again. Salonika does still want mail more than passengers, so optimize for picking up passengers. Baghdad Customs. Perfect. I think I need like 1 more year's worth of money before we can set up Cairo Khartoum, because we've got 2 rivers to go. I suppose we could go around the... Yeah, if I've got to have turns anyway, why not go around the river? And I can probably do this now. So... And actually going around the river has some upside in that we can pick up those people. Sorry, those cows. Actually, that needs even another turn. Well, it might not need another turn if that can reach everything. Which it absolutely can't, so we do need a second turn. So it's going to need 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. 3 turns isn't that bad. Certainly prefer fewer. That seems fine. You need everything. Ouch, our money. Well, I'm gonna have to take some loans. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. It's a pity we can't get both of those in a single thing. Sand and water. Here, here. That is a long distance. But maybe it can be made. Is there anywhere else that can use this grain? Yes, here. And it can deliver to both of them. So yes, I'm willing to shell out for that big station then. That. Might as well make it as far away as possible. Roundhouse, hotel, sanding, water, customs, post office, saloon, restaurant. Go. So yes from here to here. Might as well have a grain silo. Then we've got our little side projects. So side project 1 is cow. And side project 2 is food. Sanding water, absolutely. You are going to occasionally take food to there. So yes to that. Start on the top of the hill. You probably need your own sanding and water as well, sadly. One more loan. Okay. And then the last little side project can be... You do want coal. Does the other end want coal? Yes. Can be that. That 4% is a bit disgusting. I mean, it's going to have to be lived with, because it's what it is. You're going to need your own sanding and water. And then we need everything. So... this grain to here can be a little efficiency Vulcan. Once a year. Take 2 grain there. That means this can be maintenance as well. One more loan for the trains. That is the right time because we're starting to get even more expensive loans. Cotton. Here, wool, here. 2 of those, 3 of those. Little efficiency Vulcan. Once a year grain to there. Wait for that first grain delivery before we start extracting. Which means, yes, this can have double track. Is it worth... No, it's not worth adding that. Food here. Cairo. Food here, there. Okay, and then we need express either direction. Cairo, Khartoum. Khartoum, Cairo. That looks good. If we can connect him to something in the middle-ish. We can connect down to Asuit. Or maybe extend this across to Alexandria. There. No, that doesn't reach enough of Alexandria. That would, but would require another turn. I suppose we could also go that way. Could that get enough of Alexandria? I mean, it gets enough to be a... there to here. Would I prefer this one? I think I'd prefer Alexandria. Even if it means having another turn. Which it will. But it's possible to go here, there, here, there. And yes, that will be ugly to start with, but they'll live with it. We want the coal guy. So it was coal. To here, and then coal to there. And then I think we're done. The only thing that we might want is the cow one. So I suppose I'll buy that and tell it to wait. And your job is cows here, there. Followed by cows here, Cairo. At least to begin with. These need to be told that they're low priority and they don't get in the way of anyone else. They're basically just here to enhance the output of the other thing. Actually, it might make sense to have 2 single ones rather than 1 doubles. If the idea is to average or cause them to have continuous supply to enhance their outputs. There. These with 1 is probably about the same as these with a huge number. That's going to be less. And they also will accelerate considerably better like that. Boop. Fuel passenger. The Mogul starts to exist just after we built our new express long distances. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Overwhelming amounts of boo. Well, if I add in Alexandria, I could retire these things to be the, extra grain and extra cow one, and then make 2 moguls. Yeah, that's probably what we do. Super ugly, but it gets us Alexandria, which needs everything. That still needs a hotel. How do I want to time that? I mean, I guess the answer is that this never needs to do... No, it does need to do here, because otherwise this one's never getting food. So, sometimes Cairo... I don't want to overwhelm this, so I'm better off adding in another... Here, there, Alexandria. At the end of your loop. And then just making another one of these. And the other part of the time you will do here, cow, Alexandria. So I need a second one of those, and a second one of the bakery one. Bakery duplicate 1. Cow duplicate 1. This needs its everything. Good. And what about Alexandria? It's ready for its expresses. Apparently this is busy enough to demand 2 and 2. Which means you can also sometimes do Alexandria. Which means we should maybe have one like that. I don't think this one will want coal, right? No, it doesn't. Where was that oil refinery? Where did OPEC start? We saw oil refinery. It was built for the first time somewhere. Where is it? Here. The trouble is we can't do anything with the diesel. Nowhere wants diesel. There are no power stations yet. They're modestly more expensive, but they are considerably quicker. It's like a quarter extra quicker for tiny increase in cost. Let's replace these two now. Except that you really should preference doing the mail first, because mail expires so much quicker. And what are these going to become? One can become this goods. Probably two. Both of them probably become that good. Well, one goods to here and one goods to here. Yeah, that works. So, your new job, when you get to Cairo, is take goods to there. Fantastic. Oh. We need a... They can't quite get here to here without running out of water. Fair enough. One more water. And your job is going to be that. Perfect. Now, it looks like he's getting behind, but you've got to remember he's going to do 2 in a row really quickly. And these survive for like 3 years, so it can get up to about 6 in storage. Yeah, that should be fine. Now, do I want to create the most ridiculous little, like, here, 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 to shove infinite diesel inside this thing? British Arabia. Sure. Who spells it Kuwait? Hail how. Double track this all because it is going to be very, very stupidly busy. And then a whole bunch of efficiency Vulcans. This one needs everything. And this one might need extra water. And we need to wait for some money for some efficiency Vulcans. Basra dings, close enough to accurate. Cairo's first ding. He turns into a goods train. So does Khartoum. We've got enough money for those efficiency Vulcans. So it's going to be... Oh my god, it's almost impossible to do because of this. You, two, that one. We need a zoom on this. 1, 2, 3, and then go. So we've got the first one done. Then we need 1, 2, 3, the second one done. Then we need the third one done. That one. No, I've screwed something up. Go back. No, that's fine, except that I want you to start there. So, we've got this one, and this one. Now I'm trying to do that one to there. Bulgaria to Basma, Sparta, Sudan. It's the Ottoman Empire. This map is called Ottoman. So it's... Here, here. The inside of this doesn't count as a place. The Arabian Desert is uninhabitable. Even though there are farms in there. It's officially uninhabitable. And last efficiency Vulcan. That place... 1, 2, 3. This is going to need telegraph poles because it's going to have infinite people loading and unloading. Let's go look at the map. The map is... Well, how? Ottoman Empire. Egypt. Persia. Greek, but Greek won't bite really. Greek demand a stupid amount of money to get access. Italy. And then colonial Africa. British, French, Italy, Ethiopia, British Arabia, Persia, Russia, Afghanistan, British India. We buy this, and then we buy all of these. Where's this one? Oh, you started at the wrong end. Yeah, that's my fault. That one, and this one. There we go, we now own Ottoman oil. We could conceivably actually connect here to here for passengers. Once we have some more money. Yes, Kuwait is British Arabia. We had to buy access. You're about halfway. And you are ready for a second one, so we'll duplicate you. And then your equivalent going the other direction. That thing? Yes, that thing. And what about those ones? Nope, there's not enough passengers there. And what about your equivalent up here? There's also not enough for that, so you can wait. Oh! Bashi Bazooks have robbed our glorious, extremely valuable, like $1 million of passengers. Boo! Boo, I say. Okay, let's set up this one. So, as high up as it can go. And then straight across. But it's probably only worth single tracking. Yep. Roundhouse Hotel, Sanding Water, Customs, Post Office, Saloon, Restaurant. Grab a mogul. Ottoman irregulars. Here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe next time you can have grain. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side will want saloon, post office, customs house, sanding, water. I don't think we can afford anything else at the moment though. Let time go back to progressing. Near Baghdad? Oh my gosh. Hello, we can actually use the diesel for something. Mogul. Diesel up to Baghdad. We probably want 2 of these, given how much we're going to produce. Although maybe I should drop it to 4, because else they're going to be so much heavier than the... Even like that, they're going to be considerably heavier than the passenger one, but hopefully just not hideously heavier now. Do I think it will take a full year for them to do one loop? Not really. That's probably fine then. The Alexandria Flyer. Sure. 25. Now that's you. That was the one that was robbed. We can now afford everything here. Roundhouse, hotel, restaurant. Sure. Even if you're somewhat empty. Now, it looks like I could have just had one train going ding, 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 ding. So I've slightly oversupplied. We'll change it to... Instead... You... Come on, let me select you. Actually, you know what? You. Let me select you. And then let me change this guy. After the next time he leaves. So I'll mark you as special so that I know to modify you. War breaks out between Greece and Turkey. Close enough. That means we should buy you. Speed up when this guy gets... Cairo this time only has one mail. Come on. I want to retask you to become grain. Woo. Your new job is grain to there. And you're no longer super high priority. This train's barely made a single dollar. But what it will be doing is keeping this running at full, this running at full, this churning out money, and in a second also this. Now, if we really wanted, we could connect this, and then go goods all the way to this end, and then bring them back to Alexandria. Yep. I dislike not building double bridges, even if I don't know that I'm going to need them yet. So your new job is going to be 2 wool to this end to back to Alexandria. We're probably going to want 2 of them based on how long a distance that looks. Like, I expect it to take more than a year for it to go here, here, here. And I'd rather keep up with production. And this kind of means that this can be doubled now that we've got the little efficiency Vulcan helping out with the grain deliveries. I mean, this is still full. Maybe I need a third one. Yeah, I think we need a third one. So a third one we will have. Go. Deliver even more diesel in a year. Let's pay back all those loans we took. Beautiful. And then what? So how much time have we used? We've used, say, 12 years. And we had... We've got 17 more years. And we want 20 million net worth of ourselves. Hail Cal. Welcome and thank you. Welcome, Raiders. Those of you just joining, we're playing some Railroad Tycoon 2 custom maps. Unfortunately, there's going to be nothing for you to pick up. Well, if there's nothing for you to pick up, there's nothing for you to pick up. This particular map is Ottoman. So you're meant to connect Ottoman Empire just before it is dissolved. Make it a nice railroad system. We started in Constantinople, Thessalonica. No, you have not, Cal. We then did the Gaza Strip region. We then did Baghdad to Basra. And finally we added in Egypt coast to Inner Egypt. And then very lastly we did our OPEC. All of these oil fields to the Basran oil processor, to diesel to deliver to the Baghdad power plant, which should thoroughly be sick of diesel by now. And yet it still says it wants diesel at 3. I am surprised. Looks like we could have 2 more of these. Or at least 1 more. Oof. I mean, if you could provide an example of what you want, that would probably be more helpful. Cairo. 2, 3, 4, 5. Please wait until you're at least half full. That's my bad. I should have rearranged you. Definitely don't want pure passengers. And if you're empty, just go back empty. Come on, ding. And then go back empty at lightning speed. Maybe next time you can actually have passengers and so forth. We definitely could have another grain one. And how have you run out of... Ah, because this didn't have water. Fair enough, we can fix that. And then it was the grain one that needs another. Not you, the grain one. That one? Yes, that one. Have a third one, because we're not using up all this grain. You know what? You are more important than the little Vulcan. Okay. This has made $4 over its lifetime. This one has at least made 70, and this one has made 90. And now 20 a year, 20 a year, 20 a year, 20 a year, 100-ish a year, and the power plant, 60 a year. We still don't actually appear to be extracting all the diesel, which is shocking. We'll see if it catches up. Is that the first? Yes, that's the first end-to-end. What about the second one? There's the second one. So we can have a third of those, pretty happily. No. That was you to here to Alexandria. A little bit of a breakdown. El Fashir? Yeah, we could do El Fashir to Aswit. Done. Sold on the idea. That grading is a bit unfortunate. That one is the winner. Yep. Then you need pretty much everything. So will this end? But what it means is our previously oversupplied Cairo can now become this instead. Good enough. This needs a roundhouse. There's not enough maintenance happening. This can actually use gravel. Do places want cement? Yeah, this wants cement. I mean, there is gravel. That said, if only one place wants cement, having more than one producing it is probably a bit much. So there, to Cairo, to Kartorum. That's your life. Bathsheba Zooks, again, robbing one of our trains. Towns no longer eat milk. We don't care because we never deliver milk anyway because of the milk bug. The only place we deliver milk to is the milk processing plant, which is making us a good 60k a year in industry profits in its vertical chain, plus however much the milk train is making, which isn't an overwhelming amount, but it's like 80k plus those two, so like 150-ish k a year in train plus industry profits. How is this doing now that there's a third diesel? 80? 100k of oil processing. Amazing. This needs a customs house, and I hadn't realized. Do. Haydux. Or Hadooks. Hadooks! Without Ken, have robbed us. Now this is probably gushing money, yes. Apparently that's worth buying. That's worth buying. That's not. That's not. Well, that says it is. I'm willing to believe it. These should be. The bakery should be. And this should be okay. We've got enough little efficiency Vulcans on the task. They should be getting some amount of transporting grain over to the cows done. And the cows should be good, as should the cow processor. Although it looks like we need another cow processor. Depending on where his brother is. No, another cow processor looks very reasonable. So we grab you, we say duplicate, except that the new cow processor is going to deliver to the two new towns. Like that. And if that means that we also need a straight down to there, then that's fine. I think they'll be able to cover that distance without running out of water, just barely. That does, however, mean that now this needs track doubling. And then we wouldn't mind goods to this and the other new city. which could be done... You know what? Let's make you large. And double track that. This can serve double duty as that extra water. So now we want one little efficiency Vulcan. No, my Vulcans have been stolen away from me. I'm not allowed them anymore. Then it has to do the whole loop. Should have stockpiled more of them. Grain to here. To 3 of these to here. To deliver to the other end. Yes, and then one that does the opposite. That takes them to there, to be turned into goods, to bring to this end. Go. Now, in theory, that means this little bit needs double tracking. So the 2 new things are getting food, they're getting goods. They're not big enough to want anything else. Aside from lumber, and I don't think there's any lumber over here. No, the only lumber's up in Constantinople. And the Caucasus. How much is the company worth? 43. How much do we need it to be worth? 20. So honestly, we could just start funneling all our money into buying back our own shares. Disappointingly few passengers on these things at the moment. Although I guess that one was robbed, in fairness. It was very literally robbed. Rebellions and uprising in Europe and Asia. Passengers decrease as fears of robbery rise. Track building costs also go up. Hadouks rob us again, annoyingly. One of the few full trains that we had. I can't replace the efficiency Vulcan with another one, so you're going to have to become a consolidation, at which point, why not just make you into a 2? And look at throwing away the little Vulcans. Although, actually, that's kind of good, because then you don't need to do that anymore. You can become what I wanted here. And then the wool people can skip out that step entirely. There's still diesel here. Okay. Pump these up to carrying a full 6 then. Even if it makes them heavier and slower than the express train. I'm not having diesel wither on the vine. No, you have to have something. I'm not having you leave with no passengers, I'm sorry. Still 12 diesel and we just picked up 12. That's insanity. More robberies. Grumble, grumble. The Sultan is concerned about the difficulties of pilgrims travelling to Mecca. He's prepared to give you a subsidy of $500,000 if a connection between Damascus and Mecca is built before next year. A permanent increase in passenger revenue of 5% is predicted, and the reputation of Nurdulski Rail will rise. In addition, he can expect a private bonus to our own coffer of $250,000. So from Damascus, we've already done, to Mecca, you say? Hmm. The 4% there is a bit awkward, but it's going to have to be dealt with. kind of like that. Alternatively, we could go a little bit deeper. No. Shallower looks better, actually. That one. That's going to be a bit murder on the way up. A turn and 4 and 3. We'll just have to keep them very low loaded. And that gets us Medina. Sorry, fruit. You're dying. You're in the way. And then Mecca. We get a very discreet deposit of $250,000 has been made to my own my own bank balance. Standing water customs. We shouldn't need customs actually. Post office saloon, yes. And then Medina. And then something here to stop them running out of water. And then we need a little bit of a loan. One for Jerusalem. And one for Beirut. No, I actually kind of prefer that. Okay. One more. Gets us this roundhouse. They shouldn't need sanding and water between there and there. But we will need some trains. So we want Beirut, Medina, and Jerusalem, Mecca. And I would like the area between those two to be double-tracked. And then I face some questions about, do we add in food production? And goods to either end, I guess we're just double tracking the whole lot. So fine, one more loan. And we want... Now, how much better are you? Memory says that you're double the cost and so not worth it. Yes. What about you? You are still good. So, Beirut to Medina. Start that end for the moment. You do the other one, which was Jerusalem, Mecca. Close enough. And then additionally we want... these to go to... How are we going to do it? What we'll do is we'll go 2 of these to this one to that one, 2 of these to that one to that one. So that's both of these being dealt with goods. I mean, that one gets the baking done. Oh. Well, I didn't realize that needed to be a large. Which means we kind of need one more loan. Okay, and we grab grain. To book. To Mecca, grain to book. Medina, grain to book. Jerusalem, grain to book. Beirut. That should be perfectly doable. And then one more. That is this to Mecca to Jerusalem, this to Medina to Beirut. Done. So now all the things along here have food and goods. At least in theory. You know what? You can take some cotton. And then turn that into a loop. Because there's not enough passengers. You are going to grab that. And then we're going to turn you back into, hopefully, an express. Yes, in the future, you go back to being an actual express. We hope. Can anywhere here use the steel? Not really, no. You know what? You're gonna actually wait. This, and wait. Shouldn't take that long for Alexandria to generate some customers. Some passengers. This little guy's doing his job well. I could even purchase him. I will allow an extra warehouse. Where's Gravel Man? He did earn money on his loop. But cement's demand is maybe one more. More than that feels a bit excessive. The new expresses on this side haven't been robbed. Even then, we're only just barely keeping up with the diesel. Actually, no. The next collection they run out, so that's fine. You have apparently got nothing. Very disappointing. Same there. Wait and wait. I'm only going to go to 200, but more than that is too much. Buy up a ton of our stock while it's cheap. No interest. The Shah gives Nudulski full rail access to Persia. He was impressed by building Hejaz Railway. I mean, there are things to do here, but I also kind of have to keep cash in hand to potentially shore up the stock position. Like that. Passenger travel has just fallen off a cliff. Are you able to use a caboose? Yes, we could use cabooses, but the robberies aren't that frequent that I'd think it's worth slowing down our trains with the cabooses. I am not a caboose fan. We're in the positive, it's fine. And we've finally caught up to the diesel. Yes, except that we're poor. So it's Salonika, Constantinople that's died. Replace you. He's robbed again. Okay, we can drop these back to 4. Shore up our personal position. And then start paying off those horrid loans. Another loan. Good. Economy back on track is excellent news. People pay us more passengers. The share price actually reflects its value a bit more, so we're not negative purchasing power. Growing prosperity, excellent news. Last loans paid off. Bloody train robbers. Still, if this gets here and this gets there, they're like a 500,000 each. I'm sorry, but you are more important than the stupid goods train. And so are you. And so are you. Bignify that station so it catches the extra house. That one's worth buying. Quit robbing my trains! Young Turks revolution successful. New constitution promised. Financial reforms lower railway costs by 10% and raise revenues. This should also be bought. Hayducks captured. Yes! No. Well, fewer robberies. Only the, that other faction should remain. One more of you. That is not what I thought you were. I thought you were this to here to here. And then one more, except delivering to there. We've got 4 years. No, I think we're safe. Speed up. Buy back stock until it's at least at the nominal price. And we're good. Like, in theory, I've won. Young Turks' revolutionary promises fade. Hopes of reformers disappointed. Railroad costs and revenues return to normal. Personal net worth, 20 mil. Hello? Okay, so this is just not triggering. So speed up until the... I'm willing to speed 5 for 4 years. That's not that long. Go. Replace you. Unfortunately, there's no little efficiency thing to replace you with. I think the best option is the Camelback. Mogul for you. Keep buying back stock until it's actually at its value. Another Mogul. And even more stock buybacks. My net worth has been steadily above, like solidly above 20 mil for multiple years. June, July, August, September. The European war reaches the Middle East. Prices and production increase for steel, oil, diesel, and goods. Fuel costs, however, rise. October, November, December, we just go mad buying back stock. There is no privately held stock to buy back. Then we change the dividend to the highest rate that we can. We're above 20 mil. Can we raise that dividend any higher? No. GG. The Ottoman Empire might not survive, but at least you ended up rich. Alright. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. You have joined at a lovely time, Mori. But we are done with this, so peace.